decades, he has been guiding youths across the globe to understand the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and apply its principles practically in their daily lives, helping them discover true purpose, inner strength, and lasting happiness in devotion to Krishna. With a joyful heart, let us all welcome together His Grace Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for being here. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Am I audible? Okay, so we'll start with his prayers. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanshya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parigana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Krishna Goswami Prabhupada se Sahitya Prakashim Pacharak Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy to be here. The first time I'm coming this campus. So very happy to see all of you. And very much delighted to see that you have so good interest in Indian knowledge system, in our Vedic Sanskriti, Vedic culture. Thank you so much. So today we have a very important, very interesting topic and very relevant topic. Does God exist? Okay. So before we go for opinion polls, we have a very interesting video for all of you.
Common sense says yes, and a few say don't. Since the era of existence of mankind, the believers have been challenged about the existence of God. The main argument of the non-believers has always been that there are no evidences to prove that God does exist. However, here we provide certain rational thoughts and facts to give a much different perspective of the subject. When we come across a painting such as Mona Lisa, definitely we inquire about the painter, Leonardo da Vinci. Many such man-made wonders do exist. To name a few, the Taj Mahal, India, the Taj Mahal, Dubai, Dreamliner, Boeing 787, International Space Station Hotel, Oasis of the Seas, Burj Khalifa, cars, robots, phones. The list is unending. There is definitely the intelligence of some intelligent being or beings involved behind such creations. So, who has created what we have not created? Such as the human eye. The human eye is among the most complex organs in our body. It perceives 7 to 10 million colors through a synaptic flash, that is, 1/10 of a second. Who is the designer and creator of the human eye? And also of many other remarkably wonderful things, such as the list is unending. A complex design points to deliberate designer. Modern scientific research shows that the amount of fine-tuning of the universe is considerably surprising. The particularity of the details quite vividly points to an intelligent designer. Let's see some of the examples. First, speed of Earth's rotation. If the Earth rotates too quickly, we'll have too many storms like tornadoes and hurricanes. And if it rotates too slowly, it will be too cold at night and too hot during the day. Did the planet Earth learn on itself about its perfect speed? Or is it being monitored just like a satellite is monitored by hundreds of scientists together? Second, size of Earth. The Earth's size and its corresponding gravity holds a thin layer of mostly nitrogen and oxygen gases, only extending about 50 miles above the Earth's surface. If Earth was smaller, an atmosphere would be impossible. If Earth were larger, its atmosphere would contain free hydrogen, which would make life impossible. Who gave it the perfect size? Third, location of Earth. Although it revolves around at a tremendous speed of nearly 67,000 miles per hour, it manages to maintain its position at the exact distance. Furthermore, it's found that if the Earth were any further away from the Sun, we would all freeze. Any closer and we would burn. Who does pin the planet Earth at the exact fitting distance from the Sun? And that's just about one planet Earth in a huge universe. Similar observations have been recorded by the scientists for other such massive bodies. Who finally designed the entire planetary systems? Some of the scientists may say it just happened by chance. Does that sound like science then? Any sane man endowed with reason would question about the designer when he sees a good design. So in the similar spirit, We should inquire, where does the fine-tuned design of the universe come from? Order in the universe implies a smart organizer. When we reflect upon the nature of our world, we see order everywhere. The more we discover about the universe, the more we find that it is governed by rational laws. With an apt intelligence, we are trying to come up with the concept of symbiotic factory. Symbiotic factory refers to a system in which the waste of one factory, say A, is completely utilized by another factory, say B, as its resource or raw material, and the waste of factory B is completely utilized by factory A as its resource. Such a concept sounds ecologically brilliant and economically smart as a bit. However, it inevitably remains theoretical. But to the much of our surprise, such symbiotic factories do exist in the universe. One such arrangement is the cycle of respiration and photosynthesis. At every moment, we breathe in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, which is taken in by plants, which continue to give out oxygen. Oxygen is life-sustaining, and carbon dioxide is life-destroying, if present in excessive quantity. There is a magnificent balance system in nature which exactly takes in the waste product of respiration, carbon dioxide, and gives out the raw material for respiration, oxygen, through the process of photosynthesis. Can the best of the scientists make such a symbiotic factory setup? The waste product of one factory completely acts as the raw material for the other and vice versa. Now, since the universe has order and is governed by the laws of science, we should question how this order came about. Shouldn't there be an organizer behind all these complex arrangements in the nature? Speaking about the laws, uniform laws of nature connotes an intelligent lawmaker. Much of life may seem uncertain, but look at what we can count on day after day. Gravity remains constant. A hot cup of coffee left on a counter will get cold, and the earth rotates the same in 24 hours. How is that we can identify laws of nature that never change? Why is the universe so orderly, so reliable? The great scientists believe there are no logical necessities for a universe that obeys rules, let alone one that abides by the rules of mathematics. It is easy for them to imagine a universe in which conditions unpredictably change instant to instant. Richard Feynman, a Nobel Prize winner for quantum electrodynamics, said, "Why nature is mathematical is a mystery. The fact that there are rules at all is a kind of miracle." In our day-to-day life, we don't have any experience of the law which has not been made by someone. The following of every single law and its enforcement is always governed by an intelligent person. So it's truly rational to infer that the universal laws and their strict enforcement imply the existence of a lawmaker. A creation undisputedly implies a creator. Now, if there is a designer, there is an organizer, there is a lawmaker, then definitely when we see the entire universe, we can infer that there is a creator. When even a paper rose flower needs a creator, then how can the real rose flower be created by no one? Many even say that the nature is working automatically, thus denying the need of a creator. They argue that seeing any divinity or God controlling nature is just a sentimental longing coming from an unscientific mentality. So, does nature work automatically? The word automatically used in this context is somewhat misleading because automatically doesn't indicate the absence of a controller, but rather the absence of knowledge of the controller. When we say that a machine works automatically, what it means is that the machine doesn't require continuous interaction with the operator, but still there is an operator who activates the machine and monitors its working. For example, a child may be astounded by looking at a toy moving automatically, but a wise person will never be misled into the same conclusion as the inexperienced child. Similarly, the magnificent phenomena in nature are not occurring by themselves, as someone may imagine, like the naive child. All natural phenomena are working under the expert, though remote and therefore invisible programming of God, as has been the conclusion throughout history of many wise people, both religious and scientific. Thus, it is that the famous physicist Lord Kelvin asserted, if you think deeply enough, you will be forced by science to believe in God. Max Planck, the originator of quantum theory, remarked, for religion, God is at the beginning. For science, God is at the end. In Vedanta Sutra, the concise summary of the Vedic literatures, we find similar conclusions. Janma Vyasayadaha. God, or absolute truth, Brahma, is the source of everything. Likewise, Lord Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita that He, the Supreme Absolute Truth, is the source of all worlds and everything emanates from Him. Aham sarvasya prabhu mata sarvam pravartate.
Okay. So, how do you like this video? Nice. So, actually, if someone asks this question, does God exist? It's just like if someone is coming to you and asking, is a circle circular? So, it's not a good question. Is a circle circular? Was it show this question? If someone asks you this question, is the circle circular? What does it indicate?
That person doesn't know about circle.
Yeah, the person doesn't know what is circle. He doesn't know what is the definition of a circle. Similarly, someone is asking, does God exist? So first of all, we should ask him, what is your conception of God? What is your definition of God? Like we saw perfect design, perfect organization, perfect laws in this entire creation. How can such a perfect creation can come out on its own? Just imagine, if we have to create something which works systematically, we have to put in so much of labor, so much of hard work, so much of planning. Many times Indian scientists have launched satellite, it couldn't go, it failed. Just for a small lag, we make computer programs, some syntax error, everything is gone. So now everything is working so nicely, so perfectly, not for a small time, for eternity. So who is observing all this? Who is maintaining all this? Any other miracles you observe in the nature, would like to say? In this video, some examples were given. Any of you would like to say something? In our daily observation, some phenomena, extraordinary phenomena we observe in the nature or not?
Complex yet beautiful formation of a rainbow.
Rainbow, yeah. Yes. Anyone else?
The movement of our planet around the sun.
The movement of our planet around the sun, yeah. What was the speed of the earth? 67 miles per hour, just imagine. Who is the fastest bowler these days? He has to throw the ball at around 150, 160 miles per hour. He comes running from a distance. And sometimes he's not sure whether he's going to pitch the ball, is going to the right spot, right length or not. Sometimes no ball, sometimes white ball. So, for eternity, the earth is moving at 67,000 miles per hour. Any other miraculous thing you see in the nature? Who is that? Yeah.
Symbiotic factor.
Symbiotic factor, yeah. Perfection. We exhale carbon dioxide, plants inhale carbon dioxide. They exhale oxygen, we inhale oxygen. Anyone else? Like we see this coconut tree. The coconut, it has a water. Who is pumping the water? Who is pumping the water? We have no explanation. In this body only, they give the example of eye. In the brain, so many millions of neurons are there. Such a complicated thing. In our arteries and veins, they are pumps. And after those pumps, they are valves. And those valves are non-return valves. The purified blood cannot mix with the polluted blood. It moves in one direction. So who is setting that non-return valve? Such a technical thing. So it clearly shows what? God exists. In fact, God is the cause of all existence. God is not a part of existence. All existence have come from God. Okay? So a person who is asking, does God exist? That means he doesn't know who is God. So how will we define God?
The one who is source of everything.
Wonderful. Very nice. What's your name? Thank you. Yes, perfect definition. Who is the cause of all causes? From whom everything has come. He is the last full stop. Like we all have come from our parents. Our parents have come from grandparents, then grandparents. Then ultimately, who is the source? That source is God. If the God also has some source, then that source is God. So God is a person who has no source. Okay. Now, because we are not able to identify that person with our limited scientific techniques or limited experiments, so we may conclude he does not exist. Okay. So with our present scientific theories, we cannot either prove or nor disprove the existence of God. It's altogether a different dimension. Okay. But we can conclude, we can infer by seeing all this phenomenon from where this creation has come. Has it come by chance? If I say it has come by chance, does it sound scientific? It's highly unscientific. Nothing can come by chance. Okay, can this wonderful, systematic, organized creation can come by just a bang, big bang? How will you justify that? One day a big explosion happened and everything settled very nicely. Okay, now I have to create a very nice dictionary. So I'll take all the letters A to Z, put them in one place, boom, big explosion, big dictionary will come out. Huh? Is it possible? No, it's not possible. So if we say it's by chance, so it's highly unscientific. It cannot be a big bang. There has to be a person. So from this, from here?
बैटरी का लेवल देखो.
Okay.
बैटरी
Yeah. So there has to be a, the problem is sometimes people may say everything has come from, it's a combination of atoms. Okay. Yeah, everything is a combination of atoms. But the question should be asked from where that atom is coming. From where the atom is. What is the source of that atom? Okay. And Bhagavad Gita gives the answer from where that atom is coming. In Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, Lord Krishna says there are two kinds of atoms. One is material atom and one is spiritual atom. The point is, we think that everything has come from some matter, some atoms. How can consciousness come from atom? Okay. The consciousness, what is the difference between a living matter, living thing and a dead matter? Consciousness. Can we induce consciousness on our own in a dead matter? No. That means there is a source of some matter also, and there should be a source of consciousness also. So who is that source? So Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita Bhumi apo anan vayu kham anabhutiyevacha ahankar nimitiyam me bhinna prakriti ashtatha. There are 8 kinds of combination of atoms: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. There are 8 kinds of energies. This is called material energies. But apart from them, there is one more spiritual energy, spiritual atom, that is called living entity or the soul, spiritual spark. So our existence has 2 levels of existence. One is material, other is spiritual. This body is made of matter, yes. But how this body is working? This body is being energized by a spiritual spark. That is spiritual atom. And who is the source of this material atom as well as spiritual atom? That is God. Okay. So even if everything is coming from an atomic combination, who is moving that atomic combination? For that, a spiritual spark is required. Exactly. Now, someone will say everything is coming automatically. Okay. Because we don't see the hands of God. In this world, we manufacture something manufactured by, made in India, manufactured by, something is there. We don't find anything manufactured by Krishna, made by God. Nowhere it is written, in our bodies, there's no date of birth, date of expiry, tuck. Nothing like that. We don't know. We think that we just came like this. No. So if we are not able to identify the Creator, that shows the fineness of the Creator. If you're wearing a locket and in that locket you're not able to see the thread, that shows the locket is very fine. So in Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mata parataram na anyat kinchit asti dhanam jaya, mai sarvam idam sutram mani gana eva. That there's no truth higher than me, everything is resting on me as all these gems are resting on the thread. Okay, so everything is resting on Krishna in such a way that Krishna is not visible. He's a perfect creator. Okay, so this is very interesting science to know that God exists. Any other observation you have from your own body? Which cannot be explained by the modern science. Or any other phenomena in the nature?
The ability to create offsprings.
Yeah.
New consciousness is being created.
Yeah, that's wonderful. If this human body is just a machine, okay, the 2 machines are coming. One male machine, one female machine. When they combine together, they give rise to one more machine. Wonderful. You take one robot, put it with the second robot. The third robot should come out. No, it won't come out. Why? This is just design of Krishna. Similarly, we see the cow. Okay, cow eats grass, gives out milk. You make a machine like this. You give grass at one side, you take out the milk on the other side. No. This is the design of Krishna. This is the design of God. Okay. Every day we cut our nails. Again it comes up. We may explain there are certain enzymes are there, but from how this combination is happening, from where the enzymes are coming. A child is in the womb of a mother. Okay. So the mother maintains the child in her womb for 9 months. And when the child comes out, automatically there is a milk on her breast. Oh, how does it happen? So we may explain some combination is there, but who is triggering that? Similarly, in our society, we see some children are born in rich family, some are born in a poor family. Every one of us has different features, different face structures, different personalities. Who is controlling all these things? And this human model, this body is never duplicated, You never find 2 persons alike. You may find in Hindi movies double role, triple role. But not in Krishna's creation. Everything is unique and perfect. And everyone has a different mindset. So all these things are happening. So you all are very intelligent students. So we should not use science to question whether God exists or not. We should use science to go further deep into the matter. Who is God? And why He has done this creation? Who am I? If God is there, what should I do with the God? Do we have any personal relationship with the God or not? Why He has done this creation? So we should use our intelligence to go further deep into these subject matters. And this is the beginning of human form of life. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. I should inquire. Why this creation is there? How it is being managed so wonderfully? What is the purpose of creation? What is the purpose of my existence? So we see there are laws of karmas are there. Okay. When a child is born, he has a certain kind of mindset. We all have this experience. When you come around into teenage, 13, 14 or 15, all of a sudden we start developing certain desires. Okay. So who inspire us? It's not that when you are 13 or 15, you go to some hospital, some injection is put in, and then desires come out. If everything is combination of atoms, our desires, our emotions, they should also be controlled by some chemicals. No, all of a sudden our personality changes when we enter teenage. So who reminds us? So this is God's creation. Okay? And all of us have a very intimate, deep, loving relationship with God. Okay? All of us must have experienced whenever we are put into difficulties and whenever we put into some challenges, automatically we start remembering God. That shows what? A friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay. You may say, even an atheist may say, no, we don't believe in God, we don't believe in God. But the situation comes, he also turns to God. Okay. There's one book, an atheist had written a book, Everything Has Come From Nothing. And if you read that book, everything has come from nothing. And in that book, he has changed the whole definition of nothing. He's saying that nothing is something from which everything is coming. Now is that nothing? So they cannot conclude anything. So that way, and there was one more German atheist, Nietzsche. You must have heard of his name, Nietzsche. So Nietzsche was a hardcore atheist, and he used to go on the walls. He used to write, "God is dead, Nietzsche. God is dead, Nietzsche." So one day a person came and said, "Nietzsche is dead, God." Okay. So it's a very interesting subject matter. So I'd like to have some questions some reflection from your side. Please feel free to ask. Please feel free to share. Any reflections, any questions or comments? Because this is very important. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Why it is important to discuss about God? Why we are discussing this topic, whether the God exists or not? For the last half an hour. So why we are discussing? And why are you sitting here? Why? Yeah.
Because we have higher intelligence
Yeah.
than animals. Animals cannot understand, but we can.
Okay, what should I do after understanding? If I know God exists, how does it matter to me? After understanding, yes, God exists, so what? Let him exist.
Because we are eternally related to him, but we have forgotten. So, because there is a relationship that exists and we have forgotten. That's why it's in our interest to revive that.
Yeah, very nice. Good. Thank you. What else? Very nice point. What else? How will it make a difference after knowing that God exists? How will it affect my day-to-day thought process? How it will affect my lifestyle? Yes, God exists.
any situation or any problem, anything that comes in our way.
Yeah.
A different perspective.
Okay. Good. I'll see everything that it is also created by God. Okay. What else?
About 84 lakh species, humans are the only creation or only body that can
Inquiring.
release itself from going one body to another body
Okay.
from another
Good.
body.
Good.
It's like only humans can get moksha because they are given the mind, the conscious mind. They can get moksha or they won't travel to different bodies and live and suffer in this whole world.
Good. Very top philosophy. Wonderful. So, knowing the existence of God will inspire me to pursue God and get moksha. Good. Very good point. Yes.
Will it have any effect on my life? Assuming just last night I had a dream. I saw God in there. I talked to him, I sat with him, ate with him.
Yeah.
I know now everything about God, how he created everything.
Yeah.
How the next morning my day will be changed.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking you.
It won't affect me in any way. If I know, like, I believe that there is a God.
Yeah.
And I know he is there. But how meeting him or how knowing him that he is for certainty will affect my life.
Yeah.
No.
Good. Yeah. That's what I don't know. Anyone like to answer his question? What's your name?
Manvaditya.
Manvarit. Manvaditya. And you would like to answer his wonderful question. Even if I know God exists, how is it going to affect me? My neighbor also exists, I also exist. Yeah. So how is it going to affect my life? Yeah.
We know the root of the creation. Just like if we know the food, if I eat the food, but then it goes to the only then my limbs are satisfied and become healthy. If I don't give food to the stomach, means hand to eyes, it doesn't nourish my body. Similarly, if I understand God, so my whole energy goes into the right direction and it benefits me also.
Okay. He's saying, I know from where I have come up, from where everything has come up. I know the root. So if I satisfy the root, all the branches will be satisfied. Okay. Any other thing?
Sir, I think we study about things surrounding us so that we can progress further. Like we study about sand so that we can create a chip which is used in everyday life. So when we try to study about the ultimate being the God, so we can progress further in life.
How?
That is the question.
How? So first thing, Manvadit. It should bring gratitude in my heart. Everything I'm getting from God, this sunlight, oxygen. During the COVID time, we realized the value of oxygen. Food cannot be manufactured in factories. Here I am breathing water, I am drinking sunlight, I am having. All this, the taste of fruits, from where it is coming? It's all coming from God. So first of all, you should bring gratitude in my heart. At least every day I should say, thank you, God. Okay. So when I see the different creations, I see a snake, I see a scorpio, I see a rat, I see a pig, a dog, and I'm a human being. Who has given this body to that living entity and this human body to me? Who has decided?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Look, I meant that the gratitude towards God.
Yeah.
I have the gratitude towards the universe, towards nature, towards everyone, towards you, towards everyone sitting here.
Yeah.
Because in Hinduism as well, we believe that everything is me, I am everything. The God is everyone, the God is everywhere. The philosophy is like that. So I have the gratitude towards everyone. I know everyone. If someone is doing wrong, I realize that his intentions were different, his situations were different. There is a different story he has. So I have the gratitude towards everything. I have the curiosity toward everything. So the search of God, I mean, if I see the God, how it will change me.
Yeah. So first is gratitude, because people are not even grateful. We are exploiting nature. We think that nature belongs to me, but nature belongs to Krishna. That's why these days global warming is there. Plastic has become the biggest problem of the world. how to dispose that plastic, because we have exploited it so much. So if I think this nature belongs to God, I won't exploit. I'll cooperate with the nature. There won't be pollution. Okay, number one. Number two, if I know the God exists, then I have a relationship with God. We all are looking for love, isn't it? We are looking for a person whom we can love wholeheartedly, and who can also love us wholeheartedly. That person is God. In this world, if we try to love someone, we don't get that perfection. Everyone feels that I have given more and got less. Everyone feels like that. Everyone feels like that. And we are changing relationships. Maybe this person will satisfy, maybe this person will satisfy. And when we are fed up with the persons, we have pets. And when we are dissatisfied with pets, in America these days, there is a phenomenon called objectophilia. There was one lady, she married Eiffel Tower. She got so frustrated with all the kind of relationships. Now she calls herself Mrs. Eiffel. And seeing her, one more lady married Berlin Wall. And she became Mrs. Berlin. Why? Because we are looking for relationship. Sound relationship, where there's no cheating. No, beating around. Just wholehearted, clear, simple love. That is possible with God. And if I start loving God, I will love each and every being of this creation, because everyone is part of God. So the knowledge of God is very essential. I will not hate anyone, because I'll see everything, every situation, every object, every person in relation with God. Because nothing can exist without God. Not even an atom can exist without God. What to talk of living beings? I'll be very respectful to the dead matter also. I will not waste everything, because it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to God. I will not even waste one drop of water. I will not fight with others. These days people are fighting for petrol. Nations are fighting. We all know the politics, world politics. Okay? Why? Because they feel that this resource I can exploit. But if everyone comes to know, it doesn't belong to Venezuela, it doesn't belong to United States, it belongs to God. It's okay. It will bring spiritual communism. And we all know that we all are part and parcel of God. There's a brotherhood. There will be love. There won't be any fights on the name of religion. Because of not incomplete understanding of God, there's so many fights are there. So many misconceptions are there. The whole world is looking for peace. But how can there be peace without existence of God? If you take out the parents, throw out parents from your home, and then say, I'll live peacefully. You can't live peacefully. It's a very basic thing. But the point is, the way we are trained and the way the whole education system has been cultured, brought out. So we have lost faith in our Vedic Sanskriti, in our scriptures. Okay? But they are very scientific. Okay? And to say that creation has come by chance is highly unscientific. Okay? I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Very nice meeting with all of you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening us in the science of God and why it is so important to understand this knowledge. As you rightly pointed out, to develop a loving relationship with the Supreme Lord and to understand what work we should do in that direction. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. I'll invite Dr. Amritesh to felicitate Prabhuji. Shyam. I would invite Dr. Amritesh to please felicitate Prabhuji as a token of our gratitude to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
Now I will invite Dr. Amritesh, our co-course coordinator and coordinator for the Center of Excellence for Indian Knowledge System, to say the concluding remarks.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So, in last 40 to 45 minutes, around 40-50 of us are here, that more. And in last, 40 minutes, it's not what we have been doing. Is about building conviction in one kind of belief, just one belief, and a cluster of beliefs actually follows that belief, right? And that very fundamental belief that we must carry with us, that His Grace Prabhuji was speaking about, the belief into God. Of course, there are many varieties to understand, question, extend the idea of God, but one fundamental belief that there is a creator, right? That is very important for us. And one very good example is that in this room itself, it's packed, right? From all six sides, it is packed, and we all are breathing life. It's not air or oxygen. We are breathing life with the same environment. In this environment, had our breathing stopped 45 minutes back, nobody would have been alive right now. So we are sharing this entire space, the space of prana, which itself is coming from the same creator, right? So whenever face such questions, just think about how we are existing. Can we exist without breathing? Can we exist without the flow of the blood that is happening inside us? And of course, complicated set of machines are there inside and outside us. So it's just about how we are looking at it, right? Once we start looking at it with the right set of beliefs, then we have a potential to grow beyond and know the entire creator as well as the creation. So of course, creation as well as the creator, both are happening together, and it is happening. We are capturing a part of it. The more we grow through our sadhana, through our japa, more we get closer to the creator. So that's it from my side. So I would like to once again thank Prabhu Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji for coming here and gracing this, our gathering, and making us more convicted, more devoted towards the Creator, towards Krishna, that we are trying to understand from this course. So thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Any one of you, if you want to have some questions, if you'd like to ask Prabhuji, you can stay back. You can come here and talk to him. Others, there's prasad outside. You can queue up and take prasad. Thank you all very much.
Hare Krishna. Yes, okay.